Yo, welcome to Music as a Day Job, where we turn music into a day job, of course. I'm your host, Sean. I'm also the CEO of Concert, and this is brought to you by Concert. Concert is an artist accelerator app that helps artists go from opener to headliner to touring and gives the fan the best experience in independent music live. Today what we're going to talk about why do Spotify plays not convert to ticket sales? Now, this is a crazy subject because the thing with this is a lot of people think because someone has tons of Spotify plays that they're popping, or well, we can say Spotify or any streaming service. We don't have to just specifically be Spotify. Why do streams not convert to ticket sales? And let's say it like this: streams, if you did them in quantity, could possibly be ticket sales because you have so many that an amount, like let's say you have 500 million, then there's a possibility that you can have so many fans out of those willing to purchase tickets. And but then if you have that many streams, then you're probably already famous, more than likely. Like, let's just keep it real. So here's the reasons, and I split them into four reasons. Three reasons: location, the reason people hear your music, and are you worth buying a ticket? Now location is the main reason why this doesn't transfer over, and I talked to some of the streaming services about this because they've tried to replicate what I'm doing with concert. I'm getting mixed up. What I'm trying to do with concert, and see, the thing is when you go by streams, I could have 10 people in New Jersey, 5 people in Afghanistan, 12 people in New Mexico, everywhere like across the world. That doesn't mean that they're in a specific area. So then that means that you actually couldn't bring them to a specific city to make them all want to watch you perform. And because you can't control the location and you don't know where that's going, like where those people exactly are, then you can't actually tell a venue, or actually, yeah, you can't actually tell a venue, I can have this many people in the building. So, excuse me. What happens is people have all these fans, but they're all spread out. Now, to an independent artist, this doesn't make any sense because, see, to a famous artist, this could possibly make sense because then I can have other machines help you get people out to the show. I could have other things that could help you get people out to the show. If you're an independent artist, this doesn't make sense because you're sitting there and you're trying to put on shows for yourself. You're trying to be a part of shows. You're trying to be on concert or whatever like that. And you're trying to bring 30 people to a show. You're trying to bring 50 so you can headline. If you don't know where these people are, if you can't have these people on the same spaces, in the same areas, then why would they come to this venue? They can't get to this venue. So location is the main purpose of this, and that's why I focused in my career. I focused more on the location of my fans versus, like, yes, I get plays online because of different things. I've had things on Netflix that have made songs go viral and everything like that. But then inside of that, I don't know who those fans are, nor can I get in contact with them. So I just see the plays. So then let me actually add that one into there. Let's go location, and then second, let's say you don't know who the fans are. Like I can get tons of streams, and if I can't contact them to let them know that I have a show, that's one of the main problems here. Is even if I did do an advertisement or anything on the streaming platform, the chances that they're going to see it are not as high. It matters how they're listening to it, how engaged they are on that app. So how do I know? Because I have all these streams and then I don't know each person. I don't know where they are, who they are, any of this. So this location and the idea of knowing who these streams are is just, it doesn't really help you. So the next will be the reason they listen to your music. Now I watch tons of dudes who got on playlists in different ways, and they get into those algorithms that they sound like somebody else and everything like that. So that didn't actually mean that I'm your fan because I listened to the song. Now I might listen to the song like a couple times or whatever like that. I might come across it multiple times. I need to know that you're listening to be a fan. And so to an independent artist, yes, it's dope that people listen to my music and tons of people can listen to it and they hear it on this playlist, but are they willing to be a fan in this situation? if you just came across the music and it's in a playlist and it's just next to tons of songs that this other person likes or whatever like that, that just means they keep going through a playlist. Sometimes people aren't tired enough to, aren't like willing, they're not willing to change it. They're too lazy to change it, so they're gonna let it play. Like, and it just, because it's in a playlist with everything else, it might sound similar. So see, all this becomes a problem for you as an independent artist to be like, this is who my fan is. Now, not saying don't put your things on streaming. Make sure you stream your stuff so people have it available and people can hear it, because you might gain fans. But inside of it, you can't make that the reason you have people that come to your shows, or you think that's going to convert to your ticket sales. So those two do not correlate here at a level of being independent most of the time. Now, as I said, the reason someone would listen to your music, it could be for tons of different reasons. So then you can't say it's valid enough to say I should get a fan off this. Now, the last thing is it worth buying a ticket to? So now, if I say to you, let's say, there's tons of things that I'm willing to listen to or watch on TV that I wouldn't pay for outside of that. And that's because of the availability of the content. So there's tons of content I wouldn't pay for. Like, as you say, there's content online that could be, like, for instance, like movie type content. There's some movies that I would pay to go see in the movie theater. And then there's stuff I'll watch for free because it's on YouTube. So because of the availability of content these days, you then have this separation of what is worth paying for, which separates what I always say, what tells the difference between what's a fan and what's a follower. Some things are worth following and some things are worth paying for. So inside of having these streams, you then have to decide, is this person worth coming to see? And this is another blurry line for artists, because you could think these people would come see you, but it's not worth coming out of their house or spending their money on a ticket. That's why I've always said I watch dudes that have crazy numbers online, but then at that time my show is better than yours. So then my show, like, I could sell out a show, and then this kid would have like millions of plays but can't sell out a show, but I sell out a show. I feel people vote with their dollar. They vote with their hard-earned money, and that's what tells you if you're dope to me. I can't say because you listened to it for free, or you heard it in a playlist, or it sounded like somebody else, or someone showed you on their phone or whatever like that, that you think I'm dope. That just means that the person heard it. So to actually say, hey, these people will come out and spend hard-earned money on me, that's what the decision maker of if you really have fans. And that's why that didn't convert with streams, because it's so many questions left open to say, hey, well, is this person in the location where you're having the show? That's number one. Number two, is this person, how did this person end up hearing this music? How did they hear it? And number three, once I hear it, is it worth, actually, even if I listen to it multiple times, is it worth for me to pay for a ticket there to go see this person? That's three major things that could that could change all this. So you could have tons of plays and none of these things tie together, because they would have to answer yes to all three of these, which is very rare for someone to be in the location that you're going to be. Because you got to think, let's say I have a show in Colorado Springs. If I'm in Colorado Springs, what's the chances that the person heard it is in Colorado Springs, and on top of that they heard it because they are a fan, and then on top of that they feel it's worth buying a ticket for? Now, if I directly have fans and I'm building my fan base and I'm going through Instagram and everything like that, and I'm going through Facebook and stuff like that, and I'm finding fans in these areas and I'm talking to them and I'm getting to know them and I'm giving them music and I'm giving them merch and stuff like that, then I know these people are fans of me, and I know they'll come out and spend this much money to come see me. And I know they're in this area. So then I know I have 150 or 100 or 200 or 300 people in this area to support me. And that's easier to to control that idea versus the idea of saying, hey, all these plays equal out to what my ticket sales are, which isn't the same. So get your streams up, of course, but on the other end, don't rely on what your streams are to be what your ticket sales are, because they don't correlate at all.